I know right now that statistics say that there are people sitting in this room that are suffering. The way I know that is that statistics show 10 to 20% of people have got a lot of shit going on in their life. Now, here's the deal. If it's not a divorce, it's financial issues. If it's not financial issues, they've got a bad diagnosis. If they don't have a bad diagnosis, they have a mental health issue, anxiety or bipolar or depression. If it's not that, their kids are doing their heads in. If it's not that, they actually are living beyond their means. So I want you to listen to me very carefully. I want you to know that I have walked the path of suffering for around 12, 13 years. I've always chosen to participate in the one reason why things are going to work and not the 10 reasons it won't work. I'm also going to say to you that the people that you deal with, the buyers and the sellers, you know, that weird vendor that you've got. Well, behind that weird vendor that you've got is a person who has got shit going on in their lives. I can't tell you how important suffering has been for me. I've said it before, cancer was a gift that was badly wrapped. I wish I didn't have to go through it all, but I've got to tell you, the lesson has been magical. The lesson has been this, that things don't last, things get better. We were talking about it with Dr. Fred, this shall pass as well. My version of that is, my current situation is not my final destination. That affirmation helps me no matter where I'm at. I keep reminding myself, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I'm sitting at Lifehouse and I'm looking around. I sit there and I know that on April the 2nd, I'm out of there. So what happens is I keep thinking about April the 3rd and forward. And I'm also going to say to you that, you know, difficult roads lead to beautiful destinations. I speak from experience and I notice it from other people. I notice that, you know, the point of a storm, when something shit happens, people walk into a storm. The person that walks into the storm and the person that walks out of the storm is a different person. That's the point of the storm. And well, here's what I've learned. Two things happen. When people have something shit that happens to them, they either use that to actually be a trampoline, they use that to be something that's going to make their comeback bigger than their setback, but there's also a group of people that end up getting totally demoralized, totally smashed. They sort of say to themselves, I will never recover from this. I have a core belief. It doesn't matter if you're 80 or if you're 60 or if you're 20. You can choose to have a future bigger than your past. And the reason I say that is that, man, you don't, look, I've got to get on a plane in 2 hours. If that plane goes down, I've got no control over that. And there's a saying, the bullet that's going to kill you has already been fired. I like that. It helps me not stress. It helps me realize I've got no control. Relax. I think that on the 10th of June in 1967, when I was conceived, what happens is you're born, you get a colour eye, you get a colour of your hair, obviously it changes. And what happens is, on that day that you're born, the date that you're going to leave this planet is decided. So in many ways, you are a tenant on this planet. You come on a specific day, you leave on a specific day. I've got to accept it. I've got less days on this planet than I've already lived. I'm 51. I've had a fucking shit record. But let's assume that things are good and I go to 75, 77, 78, 80. I don't know. But I'm already halfway home. 2/3 home. I'm actually heading home. And heading home, I don't know about you, but when you realize that you're heading home, you begin to realize, what was the point of me actually coming here in the first place? I came with nothing. I'm going to leave with nothing. So what do? I spend the remaining time I have on the planet, making other people's lives better, making the planet better. Never forget this. The world owes you nothing. It was here first.